I really collecting things and making money off of it? Do I need to insure it? Do I store it away and never touch it again? How do I make money?
Right, well, I think the first thing is organize what you have. If you have a great collection, you could definitely put that into magazines, put them in plastic, use UV so sunlight doesn't mess with it. Also, by the way, these are like kind of really collectibles. I would take pictures of it. I would add it to my homeowner's insurance policy, kind of one of those blanket insurance policies. I have a friend of mine, by the way, owns 4 Babe Ruth baseballs. Now, by the way, if you own 1 Babe Ruth ball, the Sultan of SWAT, as he was referred to, Babe Ruth, it's worth a lot of money. He has 4, and I'm always telling him, get it insured, God forbid, a fire, a flood, theft, and it's not that much more money to add that to your home insurance.
What kind of feedback do you get from people when you have these conversations with them and they're saying, oh, Ken, I'm so glad you told me that. I feel like I have a fortune now. Or if they're like, ooh, I didn't know that I was supposed to do that.
Look, I think all of us have some procrastination involved because there's so many other things coming at us every day. We have to go to a hospital, visit somebody, or this work thing is due, and you have so many things coming at you. But on a nice rainy day, by the way, spring cleaning, hint, hint, hint's coming up. Good time to kind of get rid of this junk and look at ways to sell that. But I think some of us we have so many things on our plate. It does take time to go through some of these things. And by the way, if they're sitting in your garage in a cardboard box, by all means, get it out to someone else who could really appreciate that, aside from you making some money.